threw me on the bed. And I was like, this is it.
Kim made a defiant fashion statement, a black John Galliano plunging blazer dress, and $1.5 million diamond stunner. Kim's mom, Kris Jenner, right beside her as they entered court. Incredibly, Kim told the 10 suspects inside, "I forgive you." She described in terrifying detail the moment where she thought they might kill her, while her sister Courtney and a friend slept downstairs.
She describes how she said a prayer in that moment. She feared the trauma that could leave for her sister and close friend if they were to find her.
Deep breath. Tell us your story.
And how's this for timing? While Kim was testifying, we also got this first look at her as a TV attorney, starring alongside Naomi Watts and Glenn Close in the Hulu legal thriller All's Fair.
Everything we're going to show you today, you should be intimately familiar with.
Kim Kardashian appeared in a Paris courtroom this week, revisiting one of the most terrifying nights of her life, the night she was bound, gagged, and robbed at gunpoint inside her private hotel suite in 2016. Draped in diamonds as she entered, Kim wore a 52.17-carat Samer Halame necklace worth over $3 million and a ring that closely resembled the one stolen that night. Her appearance was deliberate, symbolic, but the weight of the moment was undeniable. Once seated, Kim began to recount the night. She spoke with a calm exterior, but the tremble in her voice revealed the trauma still lingering beneath the surface. Paris had always been a place of beauty for her, a fashion capital, a city she loved. She told the court that she used to feel safe there, even walking the streets alone. But that all changed on October 3, 2016. She was in the suite at the Hôtel de Portales getting ready for bed. Her sister Courtney, her mother Kris, and a friend had gone out for the evening. Alone and unwinding, she had slipped into a robe and fallen asleep. The next thing she knew, there was a loud commotion. The night concierge burst in, handcuffed, and behind him, 2 masked men dressed in police uniforms.
All eyes on Kim Kardashian entering court. The world media descending on Paris. Paparazzi and nearly 500 reporters staged outside.
Kim Kardashian sera bien présente.
Kim Kardashian qui est donc attendue.
Kim Kardashian will be taking the stand.
Inside, an emotional Kim giving the testimony she's been waiting nearly 9 years to share. Quote, "I was sure that I was going to be raped. I thought I was going to die."
How terrified she was that night.
Startling statements from Kim today while on the stand facing the alleged band of robbers who were accused of entering her Paris hotel suite at gunpoint, tying her up, robbing her of at least $10 million worth of jewelry. The incident leaving her traumatized. Kim recounted the moment the robbers first rushed at her in her bedroom on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
And then the guy came and grabbed the phone from me, threw me.
At first, Kim thought it was some sort of misunderstanding. She assumed they were officers. But when they began yelling in broken English and French, it became clear this was no official visit. They demanded her ring, the same $4.5 million engagement ring Kanye West had given her, the one she'd recently shown off on Instagram, as reported by E! Online, that ring had become a symbol of her love story, and now it was the very thing being ripped from her hand. They weren't subtle. They ransacked the room while Kim pleaded for her life. One man found the ring on the side table. The other pried open her jewelry case. She tried to call her bodyguard, Pascal Duvier, but before she could reach him, they grabbed her phone. And that's when she saw the gun. That's when the panic fully took over. They dragged her down the hallway. She debated whether to run, but the fear was paralyzing. What if they shot her in the back? What if she didn't make it? She decided the best chance at survival was to cooperate. They flung her onto the bed and zip-tied her hands. Then they grabbed duct tape and wrapped it around her ankles, her mouth, her eyes. Kim told the court that she begged through the concierge, repeating that she had children, young babies at the time, and that she just needed to make it home. One of the men, she recalled, whispered that she would be okay. But then, as her robe shifted and her body was exposed, another wave of dread consumed her. I'm certain that's the moment he rapes me, she told the court, her voice cracking. I say a prayer to mentally prepare myself. But he didn't. Instead, they zip-tied her legs and held the gun to her. In that moment, she said goodbye. To her kids, to her mom, to Courtney. She imagined her sister coming back to the room and finding her body, lifeless, bloodied. She said a prayer, not for herself, but for the ones she'd leave behind. The judge asked her directly, "Did you believe you were going to die that night?" Kim didn't hesitate. "I absolutely did." One of the men picked her up like she was nothing, like she was luggage, and threw her into the bathtub, tied up, unable to move. Then they left. She lay there in silence. Minutes passed, hours maybe. Time dissolved. Eventually, she wriggled free, her wrists bruised from the zip ties, and pulled the tape off her mouth. She found her friend and stylist, Simone Harouche, and together they crawled out onto the balcony. They were terrified the men might return. For a moment, they even considered jumping off the ledge to escape if necessary. Eventually, Courtney returned, and with her, the police. But even then, Kim didn't feel safe. She didn't trust that they were real cops. The uniforms had been a disguise before, why wouldn't they be again? She explained to the court why her bodyguard hadn't been there. At the time, it was standard for security to stay at a different location, and no one thought it would be a risk. They believed the hotel was secure. That belief was shattered. Since that night, Kim said she's never been the same. She now suffers from anxiety, a fear of going out, a compulsion to be surrounded by multiple guards at all times. She said she can't sleep if she's home alone. She worries constantly that someone will know she's not home, that she'll be targeted again. Then the judge read aloud a letter. It was from Aomar 8 Kadash, one of the accused. He expressed regret, not an apology to escape punishment, he claimed, but a true expression of remorse. "I am sorry for the pain I caused you," the letter said. "To you, your husband, your children, and those who love you. Your forgiveness is a sunshine that has enlightened me." Kim paused before responding. "I appreciate the letter," she said. "I forgive you." But she made it clear. This forgiveness didn't erase the trauma. It doesn't change what happened. It doesn't change how my life has changed forever. Kim also reflected on her work in criminal justice. Reform. It's a path she's been pursuing for years now, helping those who've been wrongfully convicted, those seeking redemption. But now, that work felt even more personal. "I want justice," she said. "Not just for me, but for everyone who's been through something like this." Other defendants echoed Kadach's remorse. One by one, they addressed the court. And when it was over, Kim stood, composed but clearly shaken. She said she wanted to be there in person, to face what had happened, to hear the truth from the people who changed her life in an instant. "I'm a victim in this case," she said. "And this is what I do.